Did you know if you drop a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, nothing will happen but it will put a giant smile on my face? The day is finally here and Fortnite Season 6 is officially out, and hopefully you've had not only the chance to log on, play the in-game solo event, and get your battle pass for free if you're a Fortnite crew member, if not buy it. And who knows, maybe you've rocked into game already and got yourself that Victory Royale umbrella directly relating to the 7, as they're going to be a large forefront of this season with one more character revealed. And despite tons of Fortnite lore being revealed today, tons of map changes being made sense of through the in-game solo event, and ultimately everything that's going down now for the theme of this primitive season, we have 6 secrets that are vital you guys need to understand and know going forward for the future of Chapter 2 Season 6. So before we get into it all, make sure you hit the big red button as we cover things like this all the time on the channel. A whole 70% of you aren't subscribed watching the video right now for some reason, and that means 70% of you then are also ineligible of being gifted anything if not the Battle Pass. That's right, I give 5 subscribers every single day, and that's going to be tons of Battle Passes throughout the upcoming weeks, but of course this is all made possible by so many people showing love and support rocking code FriendlyMachine inside the Fortnite item shop. As an Epic partner, this is the best thing you can do to support me as a creator, and I challenge literally everyone on screen right now, 100% of you all, to go over to this item shop and enter this code. Let's try and get a ridiculous amount of you guys using it, and who knows, you could perhaps be one of the lucky 6 I showcase on screen in the very next video, so shout out to these guys today. But of course, if you're wanting that Season 6 Battle Pass, you need to be subscribed to the channel with all notifications turned on, and then comment your Epic Games ID down below, so perhaps, like I'm doing in the background right now, this could be you, one of the 5 I gifted today in the very next video. Okay, so to start off in terms of our first secrets, this directly lines up with when we start up this season and play the solo event ourselves. First of all, I just want to put out there that this was perhaps one of the best cinematics Fortnite has ever produced, and despite so many crazy things occurring simultaneously, one of them being that Peely got killed off. You know how we're soon to see this comic issue published anyways, saying how the DC universe alongside Marvel that we already know links to Fortnite? We now have more indications that our real world is one of the universes linked to Fortnite, like we saw this time in last chapter around Season 5 of Chapter 1, and this is shown at this point right here in the trailer itself before we go in-game. As you can see, there seems to be real-life replaced scenery in the style of what we see happening in Fortnite with these crystals sticking out of the ground, so maybe perhaps further through the season we get more hints to real-life locations appearing in Fortnite, and even get revealed to where they are in the real world, particularly this location right here, considering, hey, this is where the 0 point came out of the ground in Fortnite, so who knows, it might have a lot of Easter eggs here, wherever it's located on planet Earth, because Epic Games, remember, don't miss any small details and tease things literally seasons in advance. Moving on to our second secret, to do with the trailer and the event again, in case you didn't have the subtitles turned on, you might not know what this guy or character is called, being the 4th member of the 7 that we're revealed to, firstly being the Visitor, then the Scientist and Paradigm in Season X, and now this guy called the Foundation, which also, like the Visitor, crashes down, yes, in a meteor, but this seems to be like a fully modified meteor in terms of a spaceship, instead of just one tiny capsule contained within a meteor like the Visitor was sadly put in, which perhaps hints that this guy's the most important of the 7 we've seen thus far, and in thinking that, you would be completely correct, considering this guy, despite not being a skin already in-game and us not knowing how to obtain him, considering the secret skin for this season or the collaboration like Predator last season, is Neymar Jr. from, well, real life or soccer. The description of this character states his sacrifice won't be forgotten, and that he's the leader of the 7. I thought the last member we would have got revealed to was the leader of the 7, however, with him being the 4th member reveal, what does that leave to happen next with the remaining 3 mystery members? Maybe we'll find out later in this season, and maybe later this season too his bio will be updated or description, because as it stands now his sacrifice won't be forgotten implies, well, he's gone for good and sealed himself inside the 0 point forever. Unless Epic Games change this wouldn't make sense or line up with the direction they've set out for the storyline of, you know, reacquainting with Agent John Jones and other members on Agent John Jones' side so they can tell him about where Jenna and the sisters are. And despite Agent Jonesy turning into a butterfly, forcing us to close these portals, believe it or not, these portals are Easter eggs in themselves, or could imply the return of the Travis Scott skin being our 3rd secret. As you guys know, once we picked up the Rift Gun or the Looper, so the Foundation refers to it in itself, we had to close these portals, and believe it or not, if you didn't get a good look at the backgrounds, considering there was a lot going on, whether you were getting shot at by a helicopter or your skin was changing every 5 seconds, the backgrounds of 4 of these portals, I believe, were scenes from the Travis Scott Scott event. So this pretty much implies it's nearly confirmed that he will be returning in Chapter 2 Season 6, considering they've reused this asset from his concerts. And no, just to end all conversation of when is Travis Scott coming back, we don't have an exact date, so you don't need to ask down below in the comments. Anyways, with all that out of the way, moving on to the map itself now outside the event so we can literally explore in our own time, and obviously see all the brand new POIs, name locations, and everything to do with the Primal Age that seems to be the theme that sweep the Fortnite island in these particular areas stemming off from the middle. And speaking of this particular orange pattern, it's very interesting, believe it or not, considering it correlates directly to the path what Kevin the Cube took when landing on our Chapter 1 island on the outskirts of Paradise Palms in Season 5. When this happened, it was completely random. Some streamers were aware of it and had to be around that area to see it spawning through the sky, and the entire of Chapter 1 Season 5 was literally this cube making its way slowly and slowly, destroying things in its way to Loot Lake in a very specific or diverted manner instead of just going straight to it. Many of you may be thinking, well, this is just a coincidence. Well, is it a coincidence that all the spires line up with the edges of where this could form what looks like to be a cube? And not only with correlation to our prior chapter here, but Kevin the Cube, for those that don't know, on our Chapter 1 island, considering we're seeing the reappearance of things in this universe of Fortnite from our Chapter 1 map, but in a slightly different manner, it lines up with the redacted bunker that now has an update, which is our next secret, as believe it or not, for the first time in 6 seasons, yes, we've seen changes made to the redacted bunker. Well, rather so on the right hand side, if we go over to here, destroy this wall, there is a vault with written on it, boom, as if it's belonging to TNTina or she has some involvement with it. As of right now, we don't know what's in here. There's just kind of a rift texture for whatever reason, which implies that there's something going to be going down with this. Definitely lore related later on, whether it's to do with the main story or just something on the side. I guess we should be making our predictions now, considering something right here is going to be blatantly obvious when the time comes, right in front of our eyes this entire time, which has been the case, believe it or not, for the Chapter 2 Season 5, or should I say Season 6 trailer and live solo event. This was discovered by Ali A, and he describes it very well in a flowing manner that's easy to understand, so I'm going to end off now and play that clip, so make sure to stay tuned because it's very interesting. But of course, before you leave today's video, slap a like in it down below so you can keep referring back to the secrets perhaps if you didn't soak everything in your first watch, and don't forget to hit the big red button because we'll be posting tons of Season 6 content now the new season has released.
Did you know that today's event to start off Chapter 2 Season 6 has been predicted naturally in front of us for 3 seasons now? I'm working on a video all about secrets in this new season. A lot of you guys have been pointing out this back bling called Infinite Bloom. The reason this has been pointed out is because it looks like a flower and matches up exactly with the look of the 0 point in the event we literally play to start off this season. I did a little bit more digging because this Infinite Bloom back bling is from a set which is called Fade Out. If you take a look at the glider is called Convergence, and the description simply says follow the butterfly. What's the other big thing that we actually end up doing in this live event? The crazy thing is when John Jones gets hit by this big wave from the 0 point, he ends up turning into a butterfly, and we have to follow him to basically save the Fortnite island. So this event was literally put in front of us 3 seasons ago. I'm telling you, Fortnite hides so many things in front of us, and we just completely don't realize it.